So our objective is to making banking relationships profitable and use banking relationships to increase our net worth. In this video, we're going to be focused on Navy Federal's internal score. In particular, a division of developing that internal score that is overlooked for the last few years as Navy Federal has been popularized. Now, in this video, I'm going to be going over what Navy Federal internal score is, how to navigate it, what products and services move the needle, how to structure setting up those products and services, and the benefits that will come in setting this up properly. You have to remember your credit score will get you approved, but your internal score will get you rewarded. So let's take a look at what Navy Federal's internal score really is. It's basically going to be used to determine things like high credit limits, loan APRs, and even faster approvals. Once that score has been developed, you're basically going to be fast-tracked to access the capital. You're going to be fast-tracked in your lending decisions, and Navy Federal will also offer you more perks and rewards and benefits inside of that relationship. And again, at the very head of the video, what are we looking to do? Make these relationships profitable. I'm going bank by bank by bank, breaking down how you can make sure that you're actually profiting and getting more value out of the banking relationship than you have to put into it. It's a partnership. You want the bank to win as well, but you want to make sure you're getting more out of it. If your banking relationship is costing you more in fees, you can't get approved for anything, you're not getting any earnings on your money, you're not getting any expert guidance, then you're losing. You're making the bank money, you're getting next to nothing out of it. So we're going to fix that in videos like this. So factors that matter developing the personal score, the internal score with Navy Federal. We're talking about deposit balances, product diversity, length of relationship, and asset depth. This is where the hidden nugget in this video, investments with Navy Federal, is going to shine. Asset depth. So we're talking about the ability to set up your investment accounts with Navy Federal, which at the end of the video, I'm going to quickly scroll through on their page and just show you what it looks like, what they offer. But Navy Federal has, believe it or not, a diverse section for investments. And that includes in-person advisors, and it also includes digital online investing platform. So there's opportunities to set up an investment relationship with Navy Federal with not a ton of money and work your way up and really hack your internal score. So let's talk about this a little further. Why do investment products actually move the needle? How does this impact the relationship value? So Navy Federal Investment Services, whether you're going to deal with them in the branch with an expert advisor on their online investing platform, you're going to have the option to set up brokerage accounts, which is going to allow you to do stocks, ETFs, index funds. You can do IRAs, traditional IRAs, and Roths, and you can also do managed portfolios, where basically a portfolio can be hand selected for you and managed on your behalf by an advisor or an automated advisor on the platform. So why does it boost your internal score when you set up an investment account with Navy Federal? Assets held equals stability. You're creating an asset-based relationship that's on Navy Federal's books that they get to also benefit from financially, but it also creates a more stable relationship with them. Non-volatile relationship value. So this is basically a scenario where you're creating, again, it kind of piggybacks off the stability. You're basically creating a relationship that is being stabilized and lacks the volatility of you not using the products and services, going in and out of the relationship, etc. Once you set these investment accounts up, there's a high likelihood that you're going to hang on to that relationship and keep that part of the relationship intact. The next is going to be long-term engagement signal. You're signaling to Navy Federal, I plan to stay, because setting up investment accounts, even though it's gotten a lot easier to do, it's a very sticky product. A lot of these investment accounts have tax consequences for going in and out of them, etc. Once you put your money in and invest it, there's steps to getting it out. So it's a lot stickier of a product. We're talking about setting up our long-term, intermediate, and long-term financial goals with this institution. Navy Federal picks up on that, and it boosts your internal score because they're seeing staying power. So the compounding effect on lending. Once you set up your investment accounts, this strengthens unsecured approvals because you have an asset on the books, approve auto and personal loan terms. So this improves personal loan and auto loan terms, which is huge. Again, this allows the relationship to be more profitable because you're paying less in interest costs. You also are going to be having support larger credit exposure. Navy Federal is going to have the opportunity to see part of your net worth under their roof with your investment account. So this is going to create a scenario where they feel more comfortable increasing their exposure to you for credit. Why? Because again, I know hopefully you have a deposit relationship that I can gauge your behavior there. And now you have an asset, long-term sticky asset on the books that I can also watch right under the roof. So now at this point in time, I'm looking at it saying, okay, you're showing stability and I have a lot more exposure to your financial picture, which makes me more comfortable to give you more exposure to credit and lending. Hopefully that makes sense. So when you combine having your investment accounts with your strong deposit relationship, you really skyrocket your internal score with Navy Federal. What does this look like? I set up my investment account. I also have a checking account with direct deposit. I have high yield savings accounts, and I'm exercising their credit cards, and I'm using them consistently and effectively. So what's the smart stack, or what does this combine? How do you put this together? What does it look like as a member? Checking account with a direct deposit, using their credit cards and working your way up to the flagship card, which is their flagship card, no pun intended. It's literally their premier credit card, and it has an exposure limit of up to $80,000 in limits. But this card is going to be their top credit card in their product lineup. Brokerage and IRA with recurring contributions. So again, setting your investments up. You got your deposit relationship, credit relationship, investment relationship. You may even branch yourself out to an occasion margin-free investing long-term account. In English, that basically means you may have a separate trading account with them. So what does this result into? You look like a prime multi-product, low-risk member. That means you're golden. They feel comfortable with you. They're willing to lend to you. They're willing to do more business with you. They're willing to give you better rates. They're willing to, broaden the exposure of credit that they lend to you that you can go out and hopefully use to buy assets or invest in a business. They're paying you more on your deposit rates. They're feeling comfortable. They have a partner now, not a customer. So that changes the ball game. So essentially, this is not financial advice. It's a relationship strategy. What I just laid out for you just basically gives you a breakdown on how to develop a healthy relationship with one of the best financial institutions in the country. And that's going to expose you to the opportunity to optimize your money, maximize your borrowing capacity, and all of this can lead to an increase in your net worth. So don't chase the rates, build leverage with them. So talk to Navy Federal, for their investment services. I'm going to quickly share my page, but just keep in mind, if you want banks to treat you like the wealthy, you got to bank like the wealthy. Let's take a quick look at what they offer in their investment services, and then we're going to wrap this up. So as you can see here, this is going to be Navy Federal's general investing services. You can work directly with an advisor. And what do they offer? Financial planning, investments, life insurance, and estate planning. This is deep. This is not just about the internal score hacking and the relationship development. They have a full-scale platform with one of the most member-friendly institutions you're going to find in the country that you can walk in the door in one of their branches and probably even on the phone to some extent, start developing your financial planning. So working towards your long-term goals, setting up your investments. You can also set up life insurance and do your legacy estate planning, all under one roof with an institution that's going to reward you for doing all of those things inside of that relationship. Let me show you one more dimension to what they offer. The online version, if you guys don't have quite the means to necessarily exercise working with an advisor, because there's probably a threshold, this is what they're going to offer you if you are looking to start small. They're going to offer you an online platform that you can start with just $1. You can set it and forget it or invest your way. So let's take a look. You have digital investing. So that's going to be automated investing versus self-directed investing. And they give you a breakdown side-by-side comparison on what that looks like. Basically, the simplified version, so we don't take too much more time in this video, automated investing is going to basically get your details. Once it gets enough details and host what's called suitability, that suitability analysis is going to allow the automated system to pick a portfolio for you that fits your needs and circumstances and your goals, and basically are going to allow you to set it and forget it. It's going to create multiple investment goals, or you can create multiple investment goals. Automatic rebalancing, which means that it's going to adjust around what's going on in the market and to make sure you're maximizing returns. Diversified portfolios, low-cost ETFs. So this basically is going to recommend low-cost ETFs so you're not burdened with a bunch of management fees. If you're on the self-directed side, you choose your own investments. There's real-time trading. You can buy fractional shares, and there's research tools to help you along the way in making your own picks for investments. One thing I want to show you to close this out, you will see here you have the opportunity to do joint accounts. You can do individual accounts, custodial accounts. You can set this up for your children. Imagine not only expanding and hacking your internal score with Navy Federal and boosting it through the roof, but also in the process, you're setting up investment accounts for yourself. And for those of you who are guardians or parents, you can turn to Navy Federal and set up your investments to even invest for your children and let the automated system take care of that investment for you, knowing that they're going to minimize fees, rebalance for you to optimize your growth, or you can pick your own investments if you feel confident enough to do so. This is tremendous value in one of the best financial institutions in the country. Comment down below. Let me know if you were aware that Navy Federal even offered investment products, investment services. Are you exercising them? Let me know what your internal score with Navy Federal is like and your internal relationship with Navy Federal is like. Add some additional gems that I didn't put out in this video that you exercise to help strengthen your relationship with Navy Federal. And lastly, let me know what benefits have come from it. What kind of financial benefits have come for you strengthening your relationship and boosting your internal score with Navy Federal? Comment it down below. To all my pioneers, welcome back. To my new viewers, welcome in. I want each of you to like, comment, share, subscribe, support the channel so the channel can continue to support you. For those of you who may be new and stuck it out this far, I am a banker by trade, relationship banker, private client banker, small business banker, all the bankers. I manage a client book relationship of $25+ million between consumer and business deposit relationships and investment relationships. And I've been doing this for over 14 years at the time of this recording. So you're not getting this from just some random dude on YouTube, but I'm actually a financial professional in the field. I want you to get in the description section down below. Tie in with me on Instagram. At this point in time, you should also be able to lock in with me on TikTok. I have that set up and putting content out there. And other than that, I want each and every one of you to stay focused, stay in motion. See y'all soon.